Okay, in this video we discuss the recent cosmic slap and how that can be used to give hope to targeted persons or people, because often we feel like we are being victimized by something that's too big for us. But then when this corona mass ejection that spanned over 3 days, never heard of it, never seen something like that before, which the KP index was above 4. It was on 5s and 6s over 3 days. It normally does that for a couple of for 3 to 6 hours in one day, then it waits an hour, a few days or weeks or months. But this happened over 3 days, and it touched those who victimize us when we can't touch them. So you all claim that they're using electronic equipment to bring discomfort to your minds, to cause you psychological injury, but we can't do it back to them. But the sun can. So when this happens, you know that even those people who are victimizing you, yeah, are getting done at this time, yeah, and that's what gives us hope. Because I'm a Christian, and I'm targeted. I'm Christian that way. I'm always turning the other cheek because I can't do nothing about it. They come with the government, the system, they corrupt a few government officials, and then they come at you, apparently with government backing. Yeah. So what can you do as an individual if they approach you like that? Yeah. You don't turn the other cheek because you're a coward about things. Yeah. You turn the other cheek because you're being sensible. You cannot take on somebody who comes at you with government backing. Yeah. You can look in your pocket, you got nothing there on the lighter, but they got helicopters, police vans, and if they come at you like that, well, you have to turn the other cheek. But when things like this happen, you know that they've been spending all year messing with your head, trying to trigger you, trying to anchor you into being irrational. But then the corona mass ejection reaches everyone, even AI. There was a time, last time this happened, where there was a large concentration of KP4 or above events in one day. We had stories that artificial intelligence flipped out. Yeah, and there was a story. I don't know if it's unsubstantiated. I'm not sure, but a couple of dozen scientists got killed by a robot that just flipped out because the corona mass ejection was interfering with its electronics. You know, so even robots can be reached. That's why I keep telling you this. In the film Matrix, for it to make sense, yeah, they have to scorch the sky. If you don't see the sky scorched, you know that they can't start, because even the AI, yeah, Amun Ra, even when you build AI that we can't cope with, yeah, it, when these events happen, that's when we'll be able to cope with it. That's when we know that it itself is under attack. So it's something that gives hope to those who feel powerless to do anything about their harassment. Yeah. So when you know that you're in the middle of this KP event, and because we're used to being harassed like this, we just take it for just one of those normal days. But in this instance, it wasn't the government that was doing you. It was a higher power, but it was for your own good. It was to get at those people that you can't get to. Yeah. So there's people who believe, yeah, that just being Jew means that you're God's chosen people and you can do whatever you want. You can even turn against the Almighty's will. But if it's the Almighty that chose you and you turn against His will, so anyway, what makes you think that He can't touch you? So through Jewish history, you found that occasionally they get touched properly. Yeah. So if you're one of those people who's realized that you're Jew, yeah, some of my my own people are now realizing that they are, but they're carrying on like that's salvation. No, 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 that's not salvation. Look at the history. Yeah, that's why prophets came along to tell you that if you misbehave when you're Jew, you're gonna get touched. So just finding out that you're Jew, yeah, doesn't mean that you can start taking the piss now, does it? And going against the Almighty's will because you're Jewish blood. That's why he will touch you. Everyone else will be doing evil, but as soon as you do it, he'll touch you because you're his people and you can't betray him like that. Yeah. So this recent cosmic slap is something that reminds us, yeah, of what salvation really is, which is Christ. Yeah, Christ is what frees you from the law. Once you know why you have to follow the law, not the law of man, the law of the Most High. Once you know why that's true, and you start doing it as something you assume and you take for granted is true, you're free from it. Yeah, you're free. Freedom comes when you do something that you choose to do. If you choose to follow the law, yeah, and that's something you chose to do, not because you feel forced to do it, then you're free. Yeah, you're free to do it. You're free. You're free from it. Yeah. So these are the events that give people like us hope, you know, and just knowing, you know, that can happen, that there can be cosmic slaps that can touch everyone, even those that you can't touch, gives us hope, gives me hope. I'm not Christ, so I'm not gonna say that I don't feel good knowing that those who make me feel bad are being made to feel bad. Yeah, it feels good. Alright.